my moments where I can, and I definitely have my moments where shit, this killer just they can read me like a goddamn book. And
Everyone
it happens.
can. Everyone can if you don't, vault, take 2 steps, and then get hit by a weapon.
Oh, I know. Yep. It's been more frequent,
Yeah,
like in the last
their
week at
ping
the very
has
least.
been awful post the
I
last
have
patch.
videos I have posted to
Yeah,
people in like
there's
say
been
you
people
can check it
putting
out.
them on Twitter. I saw one, literally a guy,
Last night I got
he
two of
was
them.
he was running from, I can't even remember who the killer was, but his Meg vaulted into the killer shack, took 3 steps forward. I mean, you can count them on video. 1, 2, 3, then turns left, takes a 4th step, and then goes, and gets hit.
Mine haven't been that
Yeah,
egregious.
it's the most egregious one I've seen since your
Yeah.
hag one.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's
that one I think
yeah,
was just bad connection from the killer or something. I think that's all
yeah.
that was because that seemed like a full on desync. Like because they were over there and then my camera wasn't looking at them and then all of a sudden they're behind me. But anyway, no, this one it was in one of the I think it was Rotten Fields or something. It was on top of one of the combines. I get out 1-2 steps and then I go down and my body I can't take any more steps because I'm hit down. My body falls off the hay onto the ground because it's the vault onto the hay stack. It's not even a
Oh,
drop.
yeah.
My body falls down to the ground. Like how is my body falling to the ground if I'm that far away from the window? How can I get hit through it like that? Like it makes no sense. Like I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I would. Oh my god! And all these. Oh, I feel so bad. Like I had this. Like I call myself out. Like yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna make that, but I had. That's my only option to do, and it just happens. I know when I get down, I call myself out.
Yeah. All
For
right,
that.
we are live on YouTube and live
Shit,
on
why?
StreamYard because it's connected to this way Chris can pull it from there and he doesn't have to get files from me. It
Fair
just
enough.
makes it easier. Plus, this way I can also watch the YouTube chat if we get anybody in that chat. Because what I can't do from here is post to geeks.live. I don't have access to that. So
Do you have access to the buttons like the start of the show, or is it just gonna be put in post?
yeah,
Just making sure.
all I've got is the ATGN banners and little things that you can see on our screen. So I've
All right,
got the
just curious.
Yep,
What
I've got the
sure.
StreamYard
Nice to
stuff,
know
but yeah.
the
I don't have any of the stuff that our producer Chris has. So you get bargain basement ATGN with Bachman. You get the free like banners and buttons on StreamYard. You get yard sale podcasting right here. All right, let's see. So that's up. That's up. Do, 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 do.
Hold on a second.
Okay, there's my article.
Wait, is this real or not? Hold on a second.
Do you still not know if your news of the week is real?
Yeah, I saw a picture of a Twitter from the official RGG Studios, Ryogaktu. I don't know how to pronounce that last word right, 100%,
Okay.
but it translates to like a dragon, which is what the series is also called. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I didn't do that, and let me put the character's name, Akiyama. Akiyama. Yeah.
Well, yes, if you can find it, I'll add it to the show notes.
Yeah, 2 days ago, people in Yakuza Games are saying it. Let me see if people are saying this is real or not, just to make sure. Like, this is what I got.
Yeah,
I like this news.
Well, the important thing is it's not April 1st, and as long as it wasn't published on
Wait,
April 1st,
we're
probably okay.
Wait, hold on. That isn't funny. Oh my god, you got me so bad. Wait a second. I was sure. All right, I might take the. Wait. RGG removed it.
Your news might be fake.
Someone's saying it's fake, but they're not saying anything else. They're saying it's fake. Like, add to that.
Yeah, just someone in the chat saying it's fake, or in the comments saying it's fake doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah, they're saying it's fake. God damn it.
Well. All right, you have 30 seconds to come up with new news. Go.
My new news is that I might be quitting out of Reddit.
Oh, like just giving up on it completely?
I've only used third-party apps to access it because there was no
Oh.
official Reddit app when I started.
Yeah.
I might just say fuck off then.
Just be done with it.
Yeah. Shit, I'm sure. Yeah, this is news from 2 weeks ago. Shit. Yeah, just fucking quit out. Let's just. I got some. Well, I'll roll with it.
Okay. So just start, and then we'll do my news of the week first.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. That's live. Yep. Okay. It's still playing. No chat yet there. All right. And that's all. All right. That looks good. Okay. Chris, this is the edit point you're looking for. 6 minutes in. So it do roughly 6 minutes, 30 seconds.
All right, I got something.
All right, 10 seconds, we'll start. Welcome to All Things Good and Nerdy with Anthony and Willie. This show this week is Chrisless. Hello, Willie. Good morning.
I don't know if I like the way you put Chrisless. It kind of makes me feel like we're going, assless chaps. To be fair, saying assless chaps is very redundant because what chaps have an ass region? The whole point of chaps is they don't, but whatever. It's still weird.
So when you hear the word Chrisless, you think assless chaps.
Well, it sounds like chapless. It's close, C's and less is there. The making of it is there.
Chris is really going to enjoy this then. When the first thing he hears is that when you hear Chrisless, you think assless chaps.
Well, and I've seen Chris. He got no ass.
Oh no, this poor Chris got no ass.
I don't remember. I'm just making fun of you, Chris.
Does he suffer from no ass at all?
Ooh, he said it.
It's a disease, people. It's out there. Get to the gym. Do them deadlifts. It's the only cure for no ass at all.
Or get fatter.
I mean, I guess that'll do it too. I don't know. I've seen some fat people with flat asses. Like, it exists.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, God.
There's a weird...
God, mental images. I don't want to re-see that. Oh,
yeah, it's like the weird, like, skinny fat people where they have, like,
Why
a giant gut
nude?
and they still don't have an ass or legs. It's like, how did all the weight stick in your, like, just around your center of gravity right on your belly button? Like, all the extra weight's there. None of it's anywhere else.
Center of gravity was at my belly button. It's like here in my chest. Like this is where I bend at. This is my center point of bend. This is where I feel everything. Oh, my center of gravity. I'm easy to take down. I
was gonna say, yeah, you'd be really bad in football then.
Oh, very. Like my center of gravity is so high up, it sucks. It's like high up in my rib cages. I can feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, that
feel it.
Yeah, that's no good at all. Yeah, especially if you're like 6'4", you need a center of gravity that's like in your hips if you're gonna play football.
Yeah, sad.
You gotta be able to get low.
Wrestling, it'd be nice for that.
Yeah. Ooh, wait. Nope, too much. I got buttons here. I like messing with them.
Yeah, I know. I know people like my baby blue eyes.
Look, nope. Wait, how do I get just the single on you?
This is why you
there it is.
This is why you shouldn't have any power whatsoever.
Yeah, because I just mess around. It's true.
Anyone who wants to be president probably shouldn't be.
It's true. Anybody who wants to be a politician shouldn't be.
Sorry, Jon Stewart. We're gonna force you to be president because it's what we need. It's what we fucking need.
I don't know. I think we should introduce the. I don't think we want to talk politics. Chris would probably hate it if we do that, but let's go. I think we should introduce what I would call like the Tammy Duckworth rule for any politician role above, like, say, state governor. So anything in the Senate, anything in the House, anything in all Congress, the White House, any of that. If you want to run for any of those positions, you first must be a military veteran. If you want to serve your country, you must first serve your country.
I mean, it's a good idea to think of, but Bachman, you know what this sounds like, don't you?
Starship Troopers.
Exactly where I was thinking.
Hey, you want your
to be
fucking
a
citizenship?
You get your
Earn
citizenship. You gotta fucking die for it.
Exactly. All these tiny ass countries out there that force people to do like 1 or 2 years of military service. It ain't hurting their country.
What country was Rico from? He was like Chile or something like that.
I thought he was from Brazil.
I knew it was a South American one.
Argentina?
I couldn't remember. It was one of those South American ones. I can't remember which.
Maybe
country,
it was.
though. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Maybe it was Argentina. Because didn't like Santiago get bombed and like his parents die?
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, it's been a minute. That's what I need to watch
15
again.
years since I've seen that movie. Probably.
Rico's Roughnecks. That's a great fucking show. That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't remember anything of the show. I just remember watching it.
You remember the co-ed shower scene. That's what you remember. Because that came out when we were in high school.
First of all, who does it?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I was more of a Beast Wars kind of kid if we were going to the CGI show, or if we really want to get into it, was a reboot. Especially when it got to the second half when it was darker out of nowhere. You have a Matrix now, not Enzo. It's like, where's this going? You lost an eye, got a fucking gold eye in there now. All right, where are we going with this?
All right. Well, I think that's enough Rico's Roughnecks talk. We ready to pop into the news of the week?
I mean, I can't really jump right now. I'm sitting down.
All right. Well, then I'll hop and you sit into the news of the week, and we will get that shit going. Because we are going to start with mine. So I'm going to do the week's casting news because it is kind of the biggest thing coming out. It was something that a lot of people had their eyes on. We know that James Gunn had done a lot of interviews talking about it, which I really love the one he did on the Inside of You podcast with Michael Rosenbaum. He talked about the fact that, like, if actors are in this position and, like, they're putting themselves on tape, you have this weird thing where you have, like, if an actor puts himself on tape and sends it to their agent, the agent sends it to the director, that actor would then go out publicly and say, oh, yeah, I tested for that. It's like, well, no, you didn't test for it. You sent in a tape. That's not the same thing. And the agents will say the same thing. And that's where you got all these news stories going, oh, yeah, these 12 guys are testing for the new Superman. It's like, are they really? And so after much consideration and much back and forth, apparently James Gunn has found his Lois and his Clark. And it was announced this week that we have David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan. So Cornsweet, I remember I looked at both their IMDb's real quick. I don't think I've seen anything that Cornsweet's in, which I kind of like. He's got that, solid jaw. He's got, that, the all-American good guy, Clark look to him. That's like, okay, I maybe don't believe him as a farm boy in Kansas, but, if he puts a little muscle on before the show, maybe. And then Rachel Brosnahan was in, what was it? Is that one that was on Amazon that did really well?
The Boys. Invincible.
No. Damn it, what was it? Now, I got the article pulled up, and now, of course, I can't see. See, because Cornsweet was from Pearl, The Politician, and We Own This City. Oh, Brosnahan's The Marvelous Miss Maisel. So a bunch of people just see it. Yeah, that show did really well. Like, it won awards. Like, it's apparently a really good show. I haven't got around to watching it, but I've heard good stuff about it. But yeah, so we've got not unknowns, because of course, both of these actors have, a couple things on the IMDb. They're not coming out of, it's not some 17-year-old that just moved to Hollywood, has never worked a job, but it is people that have, a resume, but at the same time, they're not like world renowned. It's not Tom Cruise. It's not, I don't know, my brain instantly went Nicole Kidman, just Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman. That's how old I am. But it's not like
shut.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not superstars, like worldwide superstars. These are two actors that are basically at the start of their career, and they're jumping into a Superman, what could be franchise, with the new James Gunn, Peter Safran relaunch of the DCU. And I don't know, it looks like two good actors. It looks like two almost unknowns, which I think is the right way to go. Did you have any thoughts on the casting news this week?
Is his name really Cornsweet?
Oh, it's Corenswet. So I'm assuming it's pronounced Cornsweet. I've never heard someone pronounce it out loud, so I'm going off of just reading it phonetically.
I mean, is there any better name for a farmer than Cornsweet?
I mean, yeah, if his name actually is Cornsweet, like, that kind of works as Clark, right? But yeah, it's funny because
that doesn't, this neither here nor there.
I've heard a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors about a bunch of different actors going up for it. The one that makes me interested now, because one of the names I've heard bandied about that they were talking about, someone saying was testing for Clark, but could be in the room with James Gunn testing for another role, is Nicholas Hoult, who we just saw in Renfield. Because, I mean, Mad Max Fury Road, the X-Men First Class films, he just had Renfield where he was the main character. Like, he's a great actor. But what I'm thinking is I would like to see him with a shaved head in a suit.
Who is he in First Class?
He's Beast.
Havoc? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Tall, skinny, little nerdy in that. He's, insane in the Mad Max Fury Road.
I knew it. It just left my brain. I don't know why. I did.
He's remember. A great actor. It's like if he's in the room talking with James Gunn and Peter Safran about this movie, and he's not cast as Clark, because I could see him pulling off a Clark Kent. I'm not sure if I could see him as Superman, but that's good director, good strip, makes a lot of choices. But I can definitely fucking see him as a Lex Luthor. And honestly, when I heard this news, my favorite thing about this news was that if Nicholas Hoult isn't cast as Clark Kent, maybe Nicholas Holt's going to be our new Lex Luthor. And he's also young enough, he could be Lex Luthor for the next 5-6 films and it not be an awful pseudo fake autistic Facebook owner Lex Luthor. It could be an actual, real estate media mogul Lex Luthor that you're actually afraid of. And not a kid playing basketball.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't quite get autistic from him at all. I got
I thought
I'm full of myself. Whatever I'm doing is right. Y'all can get out the fuck out of my way because I'm doing something right. You're wrong. I'm Lex Luthor.
It felt to me they were doing the same thing. Like he was basically just playing the Facebook owner in a Batman Superman movie. Like he was playing the same character he played in The Social Network. Like there wasn't much difference.
Never watched it, so I wouldn't.
Oh, but it was just weird, and to me that was the least Lex Luthor we've ever seen on screen. That one had nothing to do with, just like the Flash. The Flash has nothing to do with any Flash from the comic books. It's just, this is a character we made for the movie that has no reference to the comic books whatsoever. But I think Nicholas Hoult, like I could see him as an evil real estate mogul. Like I want to see that. Like the guy that's going after land because it's the one thing they're not making any more of. Like basic Lex Luthor is one of the best things ever. Gene Hackman was
Superman
great.
Returns, and you are making more land.
Well, see, that's what they ruined the whole Gene Hackman joke there. That's part of the problem. Well, part of the many problems that Superman Returns had.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
It could be very cool if we get a Nicholas Hoult Lex Luthor. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, I'm excited to see this because we got two, like I said, not unknowns, but two actors that got, a couple things on their resume. They both looked the part. Like it was a little weird where Kate Bosworth had been blonde for so long and then was brunette for Lois. And so like that one kind of took me out of it too. Like she looks so strange as a brunette, where all the pictures I'm seeing of Rachel Brosnahan, she's already a brunette. So it's not a big change.
To be fair, does Lois Lane have to be brunette? Does she have to be? Does it really matter?
Yeah, she doesn't have to be. It's just the
character. Like, look at Mary Jane. Like, you don't need a redheaded Mary Jane, and it's all right. It's okay.
It's better when she's redheaded.
I had no issue with it. It's not necessary.
No, it's not necessary. I mean, yeah, the hair color of a character is not the most important thing for sure, unless it's something that's like, definitive about the character for some odd reason.
I guess what the takeaway from that is studios. You don't have to be locked into something. Just do what feels right. I mean, that's all it's done, man. I don't know why you're forcing these things.
Well, there's certain things you got to get locked into. You got to have a spit curl. You got to have dark rimmed glasses that are his only costume. These are important things when you're making a Superman movie. I mean, there's not that much you have to get locked into, but I'd say those two are kind of important. Where's Superman without the spit curl? You got to have the spit curl. You got to have that little S. It just makes him so badass that he takes the time to do his hair
little.
Real quick.
It takes over his whole chest, man. It's not that little.
That's a different S.
I know.
But no, I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, it was good to also, because apparently like they got the testing done and everything done before the potential SAG-AFTRA strike. So these actors can be, locked into the role without signing contracts during a strike. Because, of course, especially if you're a young actor and you just got your SAG card, the very last thing you want to do is have to turn down a massive role in a huge, likely to be a huge blockbuster movie We got James Gunn is bringing back Superman. Like, that's going to make money. That's $100 million opening weekend guaranteed, whether it's good or bad. It could be the worst movie ever. It's going to make $100 million opening weekend because it's James Gunn doing Superman. And we just saw what he did with The Guardians, which was 3 movies about characters that not only did no one care about, most people had never literally heard of before Guardians 1. So, I mean, for him to take on Superman, I think a lot of people are going to be really excited to see what he does with the character because, hopefully we're going to get, that hope and that heart and that love for humanity in this version of Superman. We're going to get what I want, not necessarily what Willie wants.
Well, I'm just saying, trust in Gunn, man. You've heard me say that.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Until he messes up, I haven't seen anything I don't like by him. Yeah, I'm even counting that Scooby-Doo movie.
No, the first 2 Scooby movies are great. The scripts are fantastic. He only wrote them. Oh wait, did he write and direct, or did he write? I know he wrote them.
I think he was just I'm not sure, but I mean, still, I have not seen anything that James Gunn's done that I didn't like. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, and when it comes down to it, like the best remake of I can't think who created the Night of the Living Dead, George Romero.
Well, was it best just him?
Well, the original Night of the Living Dead, the original he was the director, but like he's the one who gave us our modern zombies. And he said the best remake that he's ever seen is the Zack Snyder Dawn of the Dead, which was written.
I mean, it was good.
Written by James Gunn.
It was good. I remember. I think
it's my favorite remake outside of John Carpenter's The Thing.
I think
which is a remake of another movie.
Yeah, I think I saw on USA they did the first like 5 minutes. Like I called it when that the woman's coming home. I forget her name. The blonde. I can't remember the actress either. I just can't think of it. She's come home and her husband's like change, or the little girl's change, and her running away, like driving the car away, and that was it. That was all you got. And I was like, "What movie is this?" And I was like, I need to go see it. I went and saw it in theaters. You did that got me. That first 5 minutes is golden.
Yeah, he did the screenplay and story for Scooby-Doo, and written by credit on Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, screenplay for Dawn of the Dead. He did I did not know this. He did additional writing uncredited on 13 Ghosts, one of my other favorite Matthew Lillard movies.
I'm sorry.
With Tony Shalhoub.
What? His name is what?
Matthew Lillard.
Isn't it just Lillard?
That's what I said. Lillard.
You're saying Lillard. You're putting a second L in there. Lillard.
Isn't there 3 L's in his name? Lillard.
Oh, Lillard. I don't know.
Let me look at the Scooby. Let me look at the Scooby-Doo cast.
You're putting a little Frenchness to it. Whatever.
Lillard.
I guess that's more Spanish, like Spain Spanish.
There's 3 L's in there. Lillard. That's Lillard. Lillard. Matthew Lillard.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Semantics.
Yeah,
I want to hear him say it.
Apparently, he must like to work with that guy if he did a little work on the 13 Ghosts and ended up having him as Shaggy in 2 Scooby-Doo movies.
How much pull does a writer have in hiring actors?
It depends on the writer.
I'll give you that. But James Gunn back in the early 2000s.
I don't know. He might have just said, "Hey, I did a little script touch-up on this movie, and we're looking to cast a Shaggy. I've seen this guy's acting. I think he could do it."
Like, listen here, man.
Like, come on, Scoops. Zoinks.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, but Matthew Lillard pulled it off for multiple movies and did it really well and believably.
That's fair.
Where he was cartoony without actually appearing to be like an actor being cartoony. I love that guy. He's such a good actor. And also, he had a new trailer out this week. A tiny little bit of news. We got an extended Five Nights at Freddy trailer, including him like telling Josh Hutcherson about the place.
That was him in there?
Yeah, he's like the owner that's sending him or hires him as the security guard. So yeah, the extended trailer showed like Josh Hutcherson bringing like his little sister to sleep at his security job. That just seems wrong. It seems so weird. You get hired to work security in an abandoned building, so you bring your sibling and tell them to take a nap.
I thought it was his daughter. It's his little sister.
Is it supposed to be his daughter? I got that it was like a
I
little
figured
sister.
He looks like he's like late 20s, and it's a little tiny girl, like maybe 3, 4, or 5. Like, That's what I gathered from it.
I don't know. For me, I'll be honest, for what I saw in the trailer, to me, it felt like a brother-sister relationship.
I mean,
If he's
I
supposed to
don't
be
know. I
her
didn't really watch
dad,
it, pay attention.
I mean,
I just assumed it was the dad
it's
because
possible. Either way could be. I'm just saying,
those
if
are
you're
some
telling,
very irresponsible parents. What are you
yeah,
thinking?
if he is the dad, he's a very irresponsible
No,
parent.
not him. Well, yes, but I'm talking about I mean, having the kids at such a wide age range. Like,
Hey, those happen.
I know they happen, but why?
I had a buddy I went to high school with, John Johnson, because by the 13th kid, his parents had gotten sick of naming kids, and he was their last oops baby.
All right, so just for a vulgar joke here, all you women who have 7+ kids, your vagina's not a clown car. There's too many fucking people in this world. Stop it. Sew it fucking shut. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but maybe you should think there's a lot of people in here. I don't like people. Let's stop making them.
I just made a note for Chris: 2540 clown car.
Am I
He's
wrong? There's too many.
gonna
I
love
remember
that.
for the longest time, there's almost 8 billion people on this planet. And now, as of
Yeah.
a year ago or 2 years ago, now we're over it. It's over 8 billion.
There's billions of us. Human life is cheap and easily replaceable.
Hey, you know the difference between a million and a billion?
Nine-
A fucking billion. Because that's how big it
900
is.
Million.
Because it doesn't fucking matter when you're going that far.
But yeah, that was my news of the week. Willie, what did you have?
So, a little bit of lighter news, and probably, I'm not sure, it's probably a little niche, news thing, but I personally like City Skylines, like the City Builder. It's a fun game. It's probably one of the best ones. It grew from the ashes of SimCity after EA just, dug a hole in the backyard and just dumped it in there. I'm pretty sure it was shallow. No, I mean, who remembers SimCity 2013? That the fact you have to say SimCity 2013 instead of some other subtitle is kind of weird, but hey, here we are. Because that's all it was called, SimCity.
Was it the only one that had was it the only one that had like a year in the title instead of a number?
No. It was just called SimCity. People just called it 2013 because that was the last one that came out, and it was also the year it came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so out of the ashes, City Skylines. And I'm not gonna lie. to really get the most out of the game, get it on PC because mods make it so much better. It's still a fun experience. I've only played it on console, but after watching what all those mods can do just to make it streamlined, just easier, better, and prettier to make cities. I mean, I'm sorry, man. That's the cream of the crop right there on PC. But City Sky, that came out, I think, in 2014, or did it come out in the same years? Anyway, it's a bit older game. The sequel they announced a couple of weeks ago, City Skylines 2, will be coming out. And some more news just came out recently about it, how it will have no cap on the number of people it can track. The city you make is pretty much the Matrix, and the only cap of like how many people and the oh my god, my brain, the
population,
like the routes they take, how it processes all of them. The only limit of that, the hard limit is pretty much how much your system can handle. That's the cap.
Oh, nice. So it's actually based on your hardware. So if you're running a PC, a high-end PC, you could have a higher population running routes through your city versus someone playing on PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah, from the article from PC Gamer, it says this is a huge step up from the first Skylines hard limit of roughly 65,000 agents, which could create bizarre disconnects between having population into the hundreds of thousands while only being able to see a limited number on screen, which I can get that because it is technically a simulation because weeks fly by. Like I think one full bar of that is like supposed to be a week. And then cars can go from one block to the next block in the span of half a week then. So it's like, yeah, some of the, that's some of the thing is I'm looking forward to in this one is just better traffic management because traffic's always an issue with these games. And in the base game, as in like the console edition as well, because it's only you can only do base game in that, is you have very limited on how to make roads and stuff. And it looks like they're getting on that from the base game in the sequel. So good news. Because I'm getting tired of like these places like we can't get any garbage trucks to come in. Well, I'm sorry, they're held back like all the way over there, 2 exits down the freeway, because everyone wants to get on this exit and block everyone before, but you can't cars don't know how to do the zipper method. I wish they would just learn how to do the zipper method properly since real people can't. That'd be so fucking awesome. But no, because you always got these assholes who just rush ahead, get as far as they can, and then just cut over, and they want to yell at you because you wouldn't let them over because they're acting like pieces of shit. They're on the fucking on the not the median, the on the side of the road. The shoulder. They're driving on the fucking shoulder. They want to yell at you because you won't let them in. Like, why are you driving on the shoulder, you jackass?
So your problem with the
happened
game
to me last week.
Your problem with the game is that it's too much like actual reality and people drive the way they actually drive.
I'm just saying this is a chance to make amends to the world for shitty people. I mean, hey, if you ever felt useless in your life, just remember there's people who put on put on the turn blinkers on BMWs. So just make sure you're never more useless than other people.
I don't know. The one I saw this week, I kind of loved. If you feel that you're useless, realize there's people who are hired and paid to be lifeguards at the Olympics. You really think we need a lifeguard around when Michael Phelps is the one in the pool? Like, really?
I mean, with all those Subway sandwiches, he might get a cramp.
I doubt it. And he'd probably just swim faster. Like, the man's he might be the closest a human's ever come to being a mutant. Like, he's literally designed to do what he does.
Oh, you mean like Darwin, who in First Class they said, yeah, this unkillable mutant, let's kill him, right?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, they cast him as a black actor, and then they had to kill him.
Okay, we didn't need to go there at all. I wasn't going there. I just mean that he was unkillable because he's.
I'm not the director I'm not the director or screenwriter who decided to kill the only black actor in the movie whose mutant power is to literally be unkillable.
I would not blame the director on that because that's Matthew Vaughn, and that man is great.
Well, Matthew Vaughn should have read that in the script and said, yeah, we need a rewrite because I'm not filming this garbage. This character's unkillable, and he's the only black actor I got working on set. I'm not killing him.
Maybe that was a stipulation. We had to kill this character or something. I don't know. I didn't say because of who the actor was, just because it's this character. Because, I mean,
it's
when they're writing
dumbest, it's the second dumbest thing they've ever done with a power in the X-Men movies. The first dumbest thing is Rogue in the very first X-Men film. Because somehow, when she's injured and Wolverine grabs her, instead of absorbing Wolverine's healing factor so that she could heal herself, she somehow makes Wolverine go back in time and re-get the claw marks from Sabretooth. Because having someone take your healing factor would not bring back old wounds you've already healed. That makes zero sense. Yeah. She sent him back in time to get his healing factor. That's basically what she did there. That doesn't make any sense. He'd already healed. He wouldn't have the wounds reopen.
But those cells have a memory.
No, obviously Wolverines don't. Otherwise, he'd have scars.
So you know who's a better writer than? Applegate. I don't remember their first initials. I can't remember. But Applegate, the writer of the Animorphs, because they actually had that in there. Any injuries they take on when they morph into animals or morph back into humans, like the cells don't remember that they were injured. They just remember what their original positions were and all that.
They heal.
Yeah, so it's technically kind of like healing, but not really. It's just you're reverting back to yourself.
Yeah, it's like Shazam gets beat up and turns into Billy Batson. Billy Batson didn't have his ass whooped. It's magic.
I mean, technically he did. I know what you mean.
Well, and that was magic, so he just resets to Billy Batson and then can turn right back into Shazam, and he's fine again.
I mean, Shazam is still Billy Batson. I mean, that's just semantics here, though.
But yeah, it always bugged me. Yeah, that the one that the wife hates it because I bring it up all the time. And you see it on films. Like Wolverine gets shot, he's bleeding out the wound. The wound closes, the blood gets absorbed back into his body. Why? His body has zero need, 1, for that blood. 2, healing doesn't make us absorb the blood outside of our wounds. We don't absorb blood back to us when we heal. And all Wolverine's power is he heals faster. Deadpool makes sense. He went from the white hoodie to the blood red outfit because he can get shot 1,000 times. The blood gets all over your clothes, but the wound heals. The blood doesn't go back in when you get healed. That doesn't make any sense. If you have regenerative capabilities, you wouldn't reabsorb blood that's left your body and been oxygenated.
I'm just assuming every mutant is part magical. Then I'm just going with that because I mean, yeah, or his veins are like a suction, like a little straw. I want it back.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either. It's one that's always bugged me. And when I see like healing done because super healing, speed healing, stuff like that's done so many times in superhero shows and TV shows and movies and stuff. I think most of the time it's usually because they're not supposed to be showing blood or they're not allowed to show blood. And so you just show a wound and then you show the wound closed and there's no blood. But when it's done correctly, I love the idea that like you show a guy like Wolverine get shot in the hand and then he's bleeding down his arm and then the hole closes and then there's blood on the skin and then there's new skin. That's how it should work if it's just speed healing.
Hey, you know what you should direct that.
I want to.
But I mean,
if someone would just give me a $30 million budget and a camera crew, I'm ready to go.
I think they did that in the best Wolverine game ever. And that's X-Men Origins Wolverine. Not the movie. The movie is shit. But that game,
how the game of the worst movie be the best game? I mean,
have you played it?
I don't know if I ever played that one.
He gets brutalized and he heals back from it. You actually see him come back from it. Like he'll be like missing bicep, like you can see straight through that, and it just heals back up. Like you when your health goes back up.
Nice.
It is so good. It's a great game. One of the best. Not the best X-Men game, because that's either X-Men Legends or X-Men Legends 2. Fight me, I don't care. You're wrong. What are you gonna do? Go back to the original Nintendo, say that shitty ass X-Men game? That shit sucked back then. It sucks now.
Oh, I was always partial to the arcade one, the side scroller X-Men.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That's a fun one.
I'm still saying X-Men Legends. That was so much better. It was the precursor to Ultimate Alliance, the Marvel.
So when they turned into Ultimate Alliance, right? Because all of the game mechanics they nailed down in the X-Men games.
Yeah. And I remember playing both those. Those were so good on the PS2. Oh, they're so much fun.
And I got something new for us if that was all you had on City Skyline.
Yeah, looking good. Looks like you're not capped on the people moving around and their pathings. Like everything's going to be calculated. Nice. It's just a hardware limit on your end. That's understandable. That's acceptable. I mean,
I mean, there's got to be something like that where it's literally like, the amount of RAM available for the amount of people moving around in a fake city. Like, there's got to be limits.
Am I reading that right?
You are right. Bonus Insomniac news. So a little pop-up tweet came on, and I love this too because I follow him. I see that he retweeted it. Tony Todd just retweeted an Insomniac Games tweet. Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales on PC are on sale until July 13th. So I'd known they'd done the remastered. I didn't know they'd already put Miles on there. So we'd already been talking about last week how quickly we're going to get Amazing Spider-Man 2 on PC. If they're, if they got both of them on there now and they're doing a sale for them, it looks like they're really pushing that PC side of it with Insomniac. So maybe PC players, people like Chris, won't have to wait that long to be able to get Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Steam instead of having to buy a PlayStation. Because, they're pushing this sale. Odds are Amazing Spider-Man 2 is going to be on PC a lot faster than it was last time around, where it was, 2 years in between, I think we figured out, right? From the launch on PS4 to it actually going on Steam. So, you talk about modders. We're going to have more modders because now we got a game that's got Amazing Spider-Man. You got Peter with the black suit. You got Miles with his Venom powers. We got a Rhino in it. We got Kraven in it. We got the Lizard in it. Like, people are going to be doing crazy mods.
Hold on. I mean, we already had Black Suit Spider-Man with mods in the first one.
Yeah, but it's just with suits, but it wasn't it wasn't the actual symbiote suit. It just was a colored cloth. It wasn't the
I even seen the Sam Raimi black suit. Someone put a mod of it in there.
Yeah, but I was saying, it's gonna be cool. Like a week after that hits PC and Steam, we're gonna have a version of the game that you can play through where you're playing as Kraven, swinging around the city in the black suit, based on the Death of Spider-Man comic. I would say, but it's DeMatteis, one of his greatest stories ever was the Death of Spider-Man. It's that Web of Spider-Man cover that everybody remembers of Parker climbing out of his own grave in the black suit after Kraven killed him. You know we're going to get a Kraven mod where someone's playing as Kraven swinging around the city.
I want a Spider Cat mod where you're just the cat that's in Miles' backpack. Just that. You shrink it down. You just make it work. Make it work.
Just Spider-Man the Bodega Cat.
Yes.
I'm actually a little surprised Insomniac hasn't released that as like DLC, where they just figured out how to like just resize the character and just make it something that you could just play as the Bodega
I want
Cat.
It cat-sized.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Take the model that they have for Peter and Miles and shrink it down to the cat. Yeah, so that you could actually just play as the Bodega Cat. I mean, it would be, even if it was just for like one mission, it would be hilarious to do a mission as Bodega Cat.
Modders, what are you doing with your life? Why have you not already done this? This is on you. You're making the world a worse place for not doing this. So
we've put it out there. ATGN created Pain and Gain. There's no telling what else, but there's no telling what else we might create now. So we may get a Bodega Cat mod, and if it happens, I say we get the credit for it. So we're willing it into existence. Let's go, people. We want a Bodega Cat mod.
Listen, this is a thankless position, so I'm not expecting anything.
Well, yeah, I saw that pop up, so I was like, cool. We were talking about it last week or 2 weeks ago. Insomniac putting stuff on Steam. It's like, well, if they keep pushing these, odds are Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I'm saying Amazing Spider-Man 2 is going to be on there faster this time around, I believe, than we had to wait last time. So the PC gamers that don't want to buy a PS5 may not have to wait that long for getting their hands on Amazing Spider-Man 2.
And just since we're talking about, my spirit animal is that picture Tony Todd put when he was apologizing for letting it slip up, or he was trying to backtrack from saying he was Venom or something, or the release date. I can't remember what. It was just him in like a bath or something, a pool or something, just the water coming up to here. He's like, well, you couldn't see anything below. It's like, that's my spirit animal. That's Tony Todd's picture.
He is an awesome guy. He's a fun follow on Twitter. The stuff that Tony Todd puts up on his Twitter account, it's almost always, talking up other actors, low budget horror movies. Like, he does a lot to like just spread the love of what, basically got him his name, being Candyman. Like, it was all came from, what was at the time a fairly low budget horror film in the early 90s. Like,
just to remember, the Candyman can.
Oh, you damn right he can. Yeah. So I saw that news. I was like, oh, we had to get on that. Cause that's, always good news in Insomniac's putting stuff out there. Oh, and Chris Alt, we're doing, he retweeted our live link.
Woo! So rules.
He may be stuck in a meeting, but he's still showing the love. Hope your meeting's going well, Chris. We know it could have been an email. Life sucks. All meetings could be an email, Willie. All of them. That's the whole point. But that's what I had for the news of the week. So we're going to wrap things up. I guess we'll get ready for what I'm into. So, Mr. Willie D, what have you been into this week?
So, I got some things here. Yesterday, I was like, you know what? I haven't got any movies in a while. Let me go see what's out there. And I picked up 3 movies that caught my eye. One, The Whale, because I was like, I didn't know that was already on there. All right, and all 3 of them came with digital copies. So I was like, if they didn't, I probably wouldn't have got them. I would have just got them digitally. But yeah, so The Whale, Black Phone, that looks super interesting. I like the that little premise they had.
Oh, have you not watched it yet?
No.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that trailer is like, oh, that's where you're going. Okay, you got me with this premise.
Yeah, no spoilers, but terrifying movie. Amazing acting from Ethan Hawke. He is so good in it. You dislike him as a person. He's so good as the bad guy in this. The special effects, the physical special effects, like the mask they created for him, super fucking creepy. And then when you find out this is all based on, like, if you read the backstory of it, because it's I can't think of his name, Stephen King's kid, Joe Hill.
Joe Hill.
So he helped write it. Apparently in their basement in one of their houses in Maine, there was like a house phone on the middle of like a cement wall that wasn't hooked to anything. And when he was a kid, he swears he heard it ring one time. And like that stuck with him because, of course, this is a kid that grew up in Stephen King's house. I got to assume everything was terrifying in that house when your dad is like the king of horror.
Now, a friend of mine, I was playing some Dead by Daylight with earlier this week. They live in Maine, and they say they live like 25 minutes from Stephen King's house. I wonder if it's that house.
Could be. I mean, they had a couple.
He doesn't live there anymore. He apparently moved to Florida or something. He spends most of his time in Florida or something, which I can't fucking blame him. It's fucking Maine.
Well, it's
No
Maine.
offense,
I mean,
Maine.
yeah, that's where he went to college. That's where he was a teacher. But yeah, because there is a Stephen King house that has like literally like wrought iron gates with like bats and black cats and stuff worked into the wrought iron, and it has a big SK on it, which is a house that like tours go by now. But I don't think anybody's lived in that house for like 20 years. And yeah, I think when they moved down to Florida or something, because he started writing multiple books about the Florida Keys. It was like Stephen King and Tabitha, like they're in their like late 70s, early 80s now.
Yeah,
you don't want to live in Maine. Yeah, when you have money, you don't want to live in that cold ass weather.
But also, to be fair, why would you want to live in Florida? You hear what happens in Florida.
Yeah, but I mean,
the Florida man's in Florida. Yeah, Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but Florida man can't afford to be in Stephen King's neighborhood. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Florida man's overfeeding meth to gators in the swamp. That is not next to Stephen King's new house. I'm sure of it.
And also the third movie is Renfeld. Renfeld. Yeah, I also got that. I haven't watched any of them yet, but I got all three of them.
Wait,
that's what I picked up.
You bought 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a Nicolas Cage film.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it a Nicolas Cage film, it's Nicolas Cage doing his Bela Lugosi impersonation and being Dracula. And you haven't watched that shit yet?
I didn't have time last night.
Damn, I'm surprised you didn't put that in and just fall asleep to it, because you, my friend, are going to fucking love this movie.
Oh yeah, but I got all 3 of those, and I hope to give Brendan Fraser a 15-minute standing ovation after I get done with The Whale.
All right. Yeah, I've heard good stuff, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, so I got all 3 of those. I did start a show. I talked to you a little bit about before the show. It's a YouTube original, I think, that was like on the premium or something. That's how I watched it. But I also know that Amazon bought the rights to it, and they're putting out and they're making the second season. So I think the first season's also on Amazon Prime. I can't tell you exactly. I'm assuming since they bought it. But I do have access to YouTube Premium, so I just watched it there, because why not? The show is called Wayne. Just Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw the it's a very weird show, super weird, which is why I like it, because I like weird things. What can I say?
Yeah, it's intense. It's well written.
You watch it too?
Ultra violent. I've seen all of Wayne season 1.
Okay.
The showrunner
I have
creator.
not done with it yet.
Oh yeah, no spoilers. The showrunner creator came on Doug Loves Movies because Doug Benson had watched it on Amazon. It's like, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. Why is nobody talking about it? And even on Doug Loves Movies, where he's just talking about movies, he spent like 3 months talking up the show Wayne and how good it was. And so, yeah, he got the director, showrunner, the creator on Doug Loves Movies for an episode, and they spent like a good 10 minutes talking about it. I'm like, okay, I got to go watch this. I went and watched it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Like, it's one of those shows that like it takes your expectations and just twists them, but in a really good way, but not like a forced kind of, it's a Shyamalan movie. We got to give you a twist at the end. It's like, no, we're going to take whatever you think's going to happen next, and we're just going to go a little to the left and then a little more to the left, and then we're way the fuck out here, and you don't know what happened.
I do want to mention this. There was a scene, you remember on the golf course thing? The rock salt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so when that woman comes in, I'm like, she looks so familiar. And it took me a while. She looks like Tannis. It apparently was Tannis.
Okay.
From Letterkenny.
From Letterkenny?
Yeah, Tough Natives, which is a little redundant.
Oh, yeah. Tough Natives, yeah. A little redundant. I've been watching a show with a lot of natives in it, but I'll save that for mine.
Okay, that's a weird way of putting it. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight. I don't know why people complain that it's so hard to get Iridescent 1. Just play. You're going to end up getting more pips than you're going to de-pips. It just happens, man. I got it within the first week. It's not hard. I don't get why people are so strung out. I don't care if I'm.
You got to red 1 in a week?
I'm not even trying to get the red 1. I'm just a good player, man.
How many fucking hours are you playing in a week to get to red 1?
I play some matches. I don't know how much time has passed.
I'm just saying.
Play with people. You're chatting away. You're getting.
Jana plays almost every night, and yeah, she's like red 4, red 3. I've played enough to finish both of the tomes, the archive tome and the first week of the event, and I'm like silver 2.
I would say about 7 times out of 10, I'm the last one dead because I told you how some of the people I play with, how they play.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Number 1 rule: if you're getting chased, get the fuck away from the person on the hook. Why are you running to them on the hook?
Don't run to the
Don't
hook if the killer's
trade.
chasing you.
If you're trading for a kill, you're doing something bad and wrong. You should not trade. Trade is never a good option unless it's your only option. Then you know you're fucked at that point.
Cap and Vision told us we do not trade lives.
Apparently, people don't think that. I don't get it.
They're supposed
or I play
to.
with some people who are like, you don't take hooks for us. Why are you going down?
Huh? No, I'll take a hit for
Killer
you.
doesn't find me.
Yeah.
You know why? Not why, but I'm wearing a bright yellow backpack on my Dwight with bright red paddles. That's what I wear, and I still hide like a motherfucker from the killer.
Oh,
but you know what? You know what perk I bring?
Spine chill.
Pebble perk.
Love
the pebble. That pebble has saved my ass so many times. Or I can get them away from the hook saying, oh, wait, someone's nearby over there. Yeah, I throw a pebble over there as I go this way around, and they go over to check it. Since it's like right at the hook, might as well. Let me go. And in their back turn, I get the save. So I'm not just instantly getting hit as I save and going down.
Yeah.
No, we have a chance to both get the fuck out. People don't think. Run away from the hook. Away from the hook if you're getting chased. And don't blame other people for you taking your third hook. Don't blame other people. Unless they actually, brought the killer to you.
Brought the killer to you while you're working on Jenny. You've been hooked twice.
You know what I mean? Like, you haven't taken a hook yet. Well, I can't make the fucking killer chase me, can I?
Yeah, just by being toxic in the killer's face.
No, I'm not gonna be toxic. I'm just gonna, if I'm looping the killer and they get tired of me, what the fuck do you want me to do?
Yeah, I know. It's the weirdest thing of that game because like even when I have the games where I'm actually doing good at looping and I haven't been hooked and somebody else has been hooked twice and I will try to get in front of the killer and then the killer ignores you because like, no, I can't catch that character. I'm gonna go catch this one and kill them.
I mean,
it's like, well, I can only do so much.
That. Yeah. Which, I mean, I'm not like some people call out tunnel. Like they're telling me, no, they hook someone else before going after you. That's not tunneling. You're just a bad player. You ran into the killer. You heard the tear radius. You said, let me go see if it gets louder over here.
Yeah. Like, when you get hooked 3 times in a row, or you get hooked, someone comes and unhooks you, and the killer comes back and chases you again, and not the person unhooked you, that's tunneling.
I will call out tunnels all day long, but if they have hooked someone else, even if you're still around your hook, you can't complain. That's you being stupid.
If there's a hook in between, that's gameplay. Yeah.
If there's a gen the killer keeps going to keep checking, and you go try and do that gen, that's on you. You're stupid. That's it. Like
all you have to do is go anywhere else.
Yeah, there's 2 other gens. If you're down to just one more need to be done, there's still 2 other ones. It blows my mind. They still want to complain. I'm done talking about Dead by Daylight because this is not a Dead by Daylight podcast. As much as we try to make it, it isn't. So I apologize. And here we are. So what about? Oh, yes, I got some spray paint as well.
What crimes are you committing now?
There's some lawn gnomes in my front yard. I'm going to spray paint them to be zombie gnomes.
Oh, nice.
And there's also a horse with no tail. I might do something with that too. I don't know.
Turn him into Maurice? I'm just saying, you have a zombie horse to reference from a game that you love. How would you not turn him into Maurice?
I'm going to have to chisel some shit out, some cement off of it then.
That's all right. You got a flathead screwdriver and a mallet. It ain't got to be that good.
A flathead screwdriver, maybe a shitty one, maybe like Craftsman or something, because they got shitty fucking tools.
I'm saying you want to use a shitty one if you're chiseling something off of something.
Well, no, because I want it to actually last and let me chisel more of it away than breaking after the second time I take a hit swing of that mallet.
Yeah, well,
and then it's my hand that's getting smashed. Oh, look, I got a flathead right going to my fucking forearm right here. Shit. But yeah, I got some spray paint, definitely some primer for it. I was about to get some glow in the dark, and I was like, oh, that's triple the price of the other spray paints. You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, glow in the dark spray paint is super expensive. Anything that's got the photo phosphorescent stuff in it, super pricey.
I mean, it's understandable. I didn't mean to say go fuck yourself, but I mean, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's not.
I
It is not
understand,
cheap.
but no, I'm good. I don't need it that bad.
Yeah, anything that's like light reflective photoluminescent, anything like that. Yeah, any type of spray paint itself, it's always way expensive if there's stuff
So
like that in it.
what you're telling me to do is go down the road and steal that stop sign and start scraping off some of that reflective stuff, right?
It's not really how it works because you can't then glue that to your
You can't.
garden
Why
gnome.
not?
I mean, I guess you could, but I don't think it's going to reflect the way you want. You know, mix it in with some Elmer's glue, turn it into a reflective paste.
No, just lick it and stick it. That's what I do with my love life. It works there. It's going to work there, right?
Give it a try. Give it a try.
You lick it and you stick it. And if you're a guy who's not prepared to lick it, then you should not therefore be prepared to stick it.
Not be allowed to stick it.
I wouldn't go that far. Just don't expect, you being a good person.
I was wondering how you're going to phrase that.
I was too. And there we landed there.
All right.
So that's what I'm into. Blah, blah, blah.
All right. I've been getting through some more of the classic films on Max before our subscription gets canceled, which I was also happy to see with the new Doom 2 trailer they put out, that it's going to be releasing only in theaters. So another reason to not keep the Max app, since the first Doom movie came right out on the HBO app.
Dune.
Yeah, Dune.
I thought you were saying Doom. I was like,
sorry,
the one with the rock in it and Carl Urban?
Yeah, Doom, the movie. No, Dune 2. Yeah, we got the new trailer out, and yeah, releasing only in theaters. It's like, cool. I'm so glad I'm canceling the Max app because all you're doing is taking stuff away and charging more. So fuck that app. But while I still have it, I've been getting through some more of the classics. I mentioned I'd watched Casablanca. I watched The Maltese Falcon over the last 4 days because I did have to break it up because it's damn near 4 hours. I watched the OG, the original, let's get a group of people together and protect the village, Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai.
So not in the Magnificent Seven.
Nope, not the Magnificent Seven, not the remake of the Magnificent Seven, but the original Magnificent Seven, the Seven Samurai. What a great fucking movie. Like this, came out like 56, and you can see it's one of those ones. It's like when you go back and watch an original horror film, like when you watch like the very first Friday the 13th, and you think of all the movies that have taken bits of that and reused it. And like going back and watching the original Seven Samurai, it's like, okay, well, I see where that director got that. I see where that director got that. I see where this scene was used 100 times in a fight sequence. Like just, yeah, some of the stuff that Akira Kurosawa was able to do in the mid 50s with this film is just amazing. And it still looks good. I was actually really shocked to see on the version that they have on the Max app currently, it has a 5-minute intermission. So you get about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes into it. And literally it pops up on the screen and says intermission, and it plays music for 5 minutes. So you can go to the bathroom and go get your popcorn.
I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like, okay, well, that's cool because like that would be part of the film.
You have a popcorn machine in your place?
Well, I mean, I have a wife that makes popcorn at home that's amazing. Like, I'm buying her a new popcorn machine.
Microwave?
No, she makes it in the pan with coconut oil.
Yeah.
So good. You don't even have to.
You have me till the coconut oil.
You make it with coconut oil. You don't even have to put like butter and salt on it, and it tastes delicious.
I hate coconut.
Oh, well, that's on you then. My wife makes sweet popcorn that is delicious at home. I'm about to get her a new popcorn machine because my father-in-law has one that he's been telling us about, and it looks awesome. So yeah, I think Santa's probably going to bring her that for Christmas because it's not on our list of things. Yeah, see, and we love popcorn. Some nights we'll just be like, we don't want to make a big dinner. We don't want to make a big mess. We'll make a giant batch of popcorn. We'll sit down and watch a show and then go to bed.
As a meal?
Yeah, you make a giant batch of it.
The fuck are you, 7 years old?
No, I'm 45.
I know!
Sometimes 2 pounds of popcorn is all I need for dinner.
Yeah, well, listen, you better get it from Corn Sweat is all I got to say.
Corn Sweat popcorn. There's your tie-in right there with the new Superman movie. But, I mean, maybe we'll say Corn Sweat on the popcorn buckets that they make for it. But, yeah, getting into, watching those before the app goes away. Because, just cutting back, we're getting rid of, I think we canceled that one.
So you like movies on it, but you hate it.
Yeah, but they're also removing movies like that from it and then charging you more. So yeah, we done canceled it, and I'm just watching as many of them as I can before the app actually goes away. And I was sad to see they added a Calm. It's the World of Calm on there. It's like 10 episodes. I use the Calm app every day for meditating. It's one of my favorite things. I actually paid like I think $180 to get a lifetime subscription for it because it's something I use every day. And I'll be honest, as an ex-sailor and someone with like a crazy ass childhood and an alcoholic, it's something I need. It's something that helps me like for my mental clarity, to keep my head focused, to be thinking of positive things, not negative things. It's really good for me. I'm a much better person when I'm meditating every day.
Before you say we're sponsored by them, I do want to ask,
we should be.
So that works for you to get calm? Because what I do is I just yell at people.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have a punching bag anymore, and I mean, I do still yell at people, but I usually do it while I'm in chat at work, and so I can yell and they can't hear me because I'm chatting, not on the headphones. But no, yeah, I do. I love the Calm app. It's something that when I started really like focusing on taking care of myself and basically not drinking every day and trying to be a better version of me. It's also, it's something I, learned in the martial arts, but then kind of let go of. And yeah, I mean, meditating every day, even if it's only 10 minutes, like it helps a lot. It helps you focus on positive things and not give yourself that constant feedback of negative thoughts where it just never goes away. And so I find it really helpful for that. And they added 10 episodes of the World of Calm. And like, there's some cool stuff on there. I've only watched one of them so far, but it's Living Amongst Trees and it's narrated by Keanu Reeves. And so they put up a bunch of cool ones. Lucy Liu did one. Idris Elba did one. Like, there's some good voices on there, and it's just them narrating stories. But yeah, really cool stuff. But yeah, if you need something like meditation or anything, go check out the Calm app. There's a free version of it. I mean, it would sound like a sponsorship, but whatever. I literally bought a lifetime subscription to this app because I was paying $60 a year for it. And I was totally fine paying that. And then they offered like I think the normal lifetime is like 300 some odd dollars if you pay it once and you never have to pay for it again. And at that point, I'd already been using it for like 4 years. So it's like I've paid over $200 on this app already. I'm just going to buy the lifetime subscription, but there is a free version of it and it'll give you an idea of what they offer. And a little meditation never hurt anybody. Some people have trouble with it. Some people, doesn't work for them. But I mean, I would highly recommend it for anybody who ever thinks they might need to meditate. It's the ones I do every day are guided meditations where someone's basically talking to you and then they get you into like focusing on your breathing and then they're quiet for about 5 minutes and they talk to you at the end and it's over. It's 10 minutes. It's really simple. And I think it helps my mental clarity and it helps make me a better person. So I would highly recommend it to anybody who's ever thought about it.
But I really enjoy yelling at people.
But you still can. That's the thing. It doesn't tell you can't.
But it seems like it will calm me down from doing that.
Well, I mean, that might be what you would consider a negative side effect of the app. Yes.
You see, Calm, if you get in contact with us, this is the kind of content. He's the positive, and I'm proving the negative doesn't work. So I'm reinforcing the positive. That's how this works. I can be a good marketing agent if you just, throw us a bone or two. Who knows?
There we go. But then other than movies, playing some games. I got a little mad today because DBD released the new code Party Hats. So you can get the crowns that were limited edition event crowns that you had to earn 2 years ago. So at this point, I'm wondering why play the event when I can just wait 2 years and they'll give me all of the masks for free, right?
Oh, shut the fuck up with that. Get at it. What?
Don't call something a limited edition event item and then give it away for free 2 years later.
You have to still earn it. It's not for free.
No, it's free. There's literally a code, Party Hats. You put in the code Party Hats and it's free. So people who did not have the game 2 years ago can get all the crowns that people who played the matches earned 2 years ago in what were referred to as limited edition event items. So I'm saying, like everybody else online, where's my legacy skin? If you're just giving out everything that people used to earn for free, where's legacy skins for everybody? I've had the game for 7 years now. Where's my legacy skin?
Here's a question for you. How often do you use those party hats, the masquerades and all that?
Every anniversary event. I wear them during the next year's event.
God.
All of my characters right now have either masquerade masks on or event crowns if those characters don't have a masquerade mask yet. and I've been playing with nothing but those characters for the last. Actually, I've been doing it for the last month. When the event should have started right after their live stream that ended up going 2 weeks early because DBD can't even get their own release dates right.
Who cares?
It's just
I'm playing the game because I enjoy it. I don't give a shit about these limited events or anything. I'm still playing the game because I like playing it.
Yeah, I play the game less because I like playing it less. Jana still loves it, but I play it every once in a while. But yeah, because I don't love it that much, I just don't play it that much. Makes it so much better. I don't put in 8 hours a day on DBD anymore. Now I play like 3 matches, and then I call it a night. But yeah, so in the meantime, I'm getting to watch more TV shows. So we started watching Suits. We watched like the first 4 episodes of that. We are 5 or 6 episodes. 6. We watched the first 6 episodes of The Bear season 2 this week.
Ooh, I need to get back into that.
Such a damn good show.
Yeah, it is.
Episode 6 is the flashback. It's the Berzado Christmas. And so you got John Bernthal back.
Yeah.
You have Jamie Lee Curtis as the mom.
What? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's an insane episode, and it flashes back. I mean, it harkens back to like those first couple episodes of the show where everything was just tense and anxiety. Like, it's almost a hard episode to watch, but it's supposed to be.
All right.
It's
One question.
Nonstop build up of tension. It's insane.
Does Oliver Platt come back as the uncle?
Yeah.
Yes!
Uncle Jay's in it.
Oliver Platt.
Yeah. Uncle Jay's all over season 2. He's fantastic. But yeah, it's a great show. It's well written. It's well acted. I thought it was funny that they wrote it up and they said that it was a comedy series when it went up for awards last year. I was like, I didn't think anything in the first season was funny. In the first 2 episodes of this season, I was laughing my ass off. I don't know. There was just so much tension and anxiety in the first season. I didn't find it funny. I find season 2 funny. So I would say that it is a comedy now, but I mean, it's all a better perspective on there. But yeah, just a great show. And then, yeah, like I said, we started Suits on Netflix. This we like having a show to go to every night just to watch an episode for TV if we don't have a new movie or something to watch. Watch like the first 4 or 5 of that. Really interesting. The show that's filled with natives that I've been watching, I'm almost done with Longmire on season 6 on Netflix, which is a show I'd started watching multiple times. And it's so damn good. The acting in that's great. And seeing Lou Diamond Phillips, like, I just love that guy. Like, I grew up with him, freaking Richie Valens and Young Guns. And like, it's just awesome to see him on a great show. And that show itself is just really entertaining, the way they do like murder mysteries and stuff with the cowboy sheriff in Montana. Like, it's just a great show. But yeah, I'm almost done with that one. So I'll be on to probably finishing the last, I think, 3 seasons of The Flash because they're all on Netflix now. And The Flash is done. So I've watched all of the first, I think, 6 or 7 seasons. So I'm either at the start of episode or season 8 or 9. So that'll be the next show I finish. And then other than that, I have been getting back into, I took some downtime after like the honeymoon and stuff and got back into my painting. So I've been doing a bunch of updates on my figures. And last night I had already bought a dowel for $5 from Lowe's. Last night I went and cut it into a bunch of pieces that are 4 inches long. So now I have, for $5, a bunch of handles that are a hell of a lot cheaper than like the Citadel handles or the stuff that's sold online that are $20-15 a pop. For $5, I made 5 handles and I still got a length of wood left. And then went through and like painted each of the base. And I actually got a little bit of the green stuff and started building up some ground treatment on the base and started painting them. So I've got characters that are almost completely based out. But yeah, my 5 Liberators are almost done. Once those guys are done, which I'm super happy with what they're looking at now, I'm going to do a little painting on them later. Once those are done, I have a comic book project to start. And then I'm going to start on the figures that I bought for Jana on our honeymoon. Marvel has I think it's Marvel Protocols is the miniature figure game that they've got. On our honeymoon, she let me go to a comics and game shop, and I found a Chaos Space Marine that I wanted. But I also bought a 2-pack for her that has Rocket and Groot from the Marvel Protocols game. And so it's a little tiny Rocket figure with a giant gun and then a huge Groot figure where he's got like limbs going through other little pieces of plastic. So Groot's like a multiple platform figure. But that one's going to be really fun to paint because I've never done a giant wood character. So it'll be something new that I haven't done before in miniature figure painting. And it'll just be fun because I'm not even going to play the game. It's literally something I'm painting just for my wife. So as long as she thinks they look good, then that's all that matters. It'll go up probably in her Disney room, which it counts because, well, Marvel's owned by Disney now. So those are Disney characters.
I shouldn't be surprised since you're the king of fucking loopholes.
I'm just saying.
Let's see all those Funko Pop horror villains.
You
Let's
keep
see
going
all
back
there.
when
Let's look at all of them.
I started collecting only villains, and then
And
I
it got
added
worse. It got to addiction level. Look
Yeah.
at you, you filthy casual.
filthy casual. What the fuck? No, I just
about right.
expanded what I ordered. I started getting Star Wars and then basically Spider-Man, and then I got the box sets that they were offering at the time. Everything fits into those 4 categories. I got Star Wars, Marvel, and movie villains.
I got you.
Well, you know, I changed my mind a long time ago. It was only like the first
know.
year I was only doing movie villains.
I'm still calling you out about the mind changing thing. Just
Yeah,
like Connor,
I'm allowed to
looks like
change
you
my
got
mind.
a little mind changer over here.
That's right. I'm flipping and flopping. But yeah, so painting those, I've almost got my first, multi-batch painting job done where I've got 5 figures that were all painted at the same time. I do realize now that doing 5 at once is a bit much for me, having just started doing this. I know in the next big box set that I've got my Chaos Space Marines, my Combat Patrol, I have a large like mech unit called a Hell Brute. And then I'm planning on starting with 3 smaller figures that are, it's like basically a sorcerer and like his 2 underlings. So what I think I might do is I'll work on those 3. And if it ever, like the details are just like getting over, it's just too much. It's like I'll go work on the Hell Brute because it's a giant mech. If I go back and forth, I think between those 4, it'll make it a nice thing where it's like getting down to where I was doing just the detail work on 5 figures all at the same time. Like it was causing eye strain. And it was like, I don't want to sit down and just stare at the tiniest little details on 5 guys in a row. That made it a little less fun. And the whole point of doing something like this hobby is it should be fun. So I'm planning ahead to make the next couple of sets that I'm working on more fun, just so I will keep enjoying it because I'm still loving like learning about Warhammer and all the new stuff they've done and all the new updates and the new free rules and all the crazy shit that Games Workshop has been up to. I've been loving it. So Warhammer is become an addiction and it's not going to be going away anytime soon, but I have to make sure I'm enjoying the actual painting process as well. I'm also, I finished the first Eisenhorn book and I've started the second book in that trilogy. So I'm reading Warhammer novels as well while I'm working on characters and listening to the Adeptus Ridiculous podcast. So I've got a lot of Warhammer coming in and I'm putting a little bit of it out there. Other than that, that's, I think, all I've been getting into. So, that's it. We're done. Do you have any final words for the people, Willie?
I don't think anyone wants me to yell at them anymore because I have some choice words for you people. But
wait,
yeah, I think I'm gonna calm myself.
What do you mean, you people?
The listeners. Well, I'm not even meaning the listeners, just everyone. You know,
everyone?
The 8 billion people out there.
The billions and billions. All right. Well, you heard it here, folks. Willie's going to come talk to you, the billions and billions. He's got choice words for you.
No, I said I'm going to calm myself.
All right. That's probably a better idea. Take a lesson
from Demolition Man and enhance your calm.
Enhance your calm. Illuminate, deluminate.
I mean, to be fair, he was right about that. That is a better way. Lights!
Yeah.
No.
I fixed it. Illuminate.
So it flows better.
There you go. That has been your illumination for this week for All Things Good and Nerdy, episode 527. We will probably see you next week. Stand by on our socials. You'll see when the next episode's coming up. Thanks for joining us and have a good day.
Keep it comfy, cats.
Enjoy editing this, Chris. Bye.